For our next art project, we are going to be drawing leaves and coloring them in with warm and cool colors. So let's go through step by step of how you can draw different types of leaves on your paper. The first thing you want to always do is draw the center of your leaf with a line. Next, we want to draw the little veins inside the leaf. So I'm going to draw lines like this. Now I need the outside line of a leaf. For that, I'm going to draw a curvy line. So now I have one type of leaf. I want to fill my paper up with a few different types of leaves. Here, next we're going to draw a maple leaf. Start with my straight center line again. I'm going to draw another cross line like this and add some of the veins of my leaf. Okay, next I want to draw points of my edges because you see that on maple leaves. I'm going to draw some bumpy lines and bumpy lines over here. And attach it at the bottom. Now I have a maple leaf. Okay, another type of leaf I can draw is an oak leaf. I'm going to again start with a long line for the center of my leaf. Add some of those other lines and some other veins of my leaf. Okay, now I'm going to draw a curvy line all around my leaf. Okay, so those are three types of leaves you can draw. I'm going to draw two more, one over here and one over here, but you can choose whatever leaves you would like to draw. Point, point, point. And one more. Okay, now that I have my leaves drawn, I'm ready for the next step. For the next step, I am going to draw a bunch of curvy lines across my whole paper. I am going right through my leaves. Big curvy lines like the letter U or the letter N would have. These are going to be my guidelines. For each little section, I'm going to use a different color. For next, I want you to find something to outline with. I'm going to use a black crayon and outline all of my leaves and all of my curvy lines. I'm tracing over my pencil lines and being the neatest I can be. My crayon's broken, so that makes it a little harder. So you can always use those broken crayons if yours are broken like mine. I always start with a pencil so I can erase my mistakes. All right, now that I've outlined all of my leaves, I'm going to outline all of those oh, forgot one. Okay, now that I've outlined all of my leaves, I'm going to outline all of my curvy lines that I drew. Take your time. We always want our work to be neat and have good craftsmanship. Okay, now I have drawn my leaves and added my bumpy lines. I see some areas where I missed with my pencil, so I'm going to take an eraser and make sure it looks super clean and erase all of those extra pencil lines. So this is all we are going to get done for today's class. I'm going to continue this video and show you what you are going to do next class. So don't go ahead because you want to stay with what we're doing in class, because this is what you are going to bring to school next week if you are at home right now and you are a hybrid student. You want to put this somewhere safe as it is, so when you get to school and I come see you and we are making our art, I can say, please take out your work that you did at home, and we can carry on from this, because we will be coloring it using warm and cool colors. We are going to talk about what good coloring looks like, how we can stay in the lines, and the difference between warm and cool colors. For the leaves, we are going to color them in using warm colors. These are the colors that leaves turn in the fall. Sometimes you see leaves that are yellow, sometimes you see leaves that are red, sometimes you see leaves that are orange. These are our warm colors. So that is what we are going to use to color our leaves. For our background, all of these bumpy, curvy lines that we drew, we are going to use cool colors. That is purple, green, and blue. And we are going to talk about easy ways to remember this during our meetings. So for next week's class, you're just going to need 6 colors. You're going to need red, orange, and yellow, the warm colors, and you're going to need blue, purple, and green, the cool colors. So this is for class 2. So if you're at home and you're a full remote student, this is week 1. What I'm about to show you is what we are going to do for week 2. So everywhere you see a line is going to be a different color. We want to start by coloring our leaves. So all you need are your warm colors, red, yellow, and orange. This is one section I'm going to color it red. I am following my curvy line for a warm red section. And yours is going to look a little different than mine because you are going to have different types of leaves. You might have put your leaves in different places, and your curvy lines might be in different places too. And that's great. That's why art is awesome, because everybody's looks different. So I am neatly coloring in the lines and trying to leave no white spots behind. Good. Now I've reached a curvy line, so this part of my leaf is going to be a different warm color. I am taking my time, staying in the lines, and making sure that my coloring looks neat, which means there are no white spots and I have stayed in the lines. Okay. Oh, I hit another curvy line, so my leaf gets to be a third color, a third warm color. So I'm going to do orange. Okay, so now I have one leaf done, and for each section I used a different warm color. Let's do another one. Going to color this leaf. Here's a curvy line, so this part of my leaf is going to be a warm color. Oh, another curvy line. Time to switch. Another one. Oh. This leaf is a lot of colors. I am filling in my whole area. Okay. So you are going to continue for class 2 and fill in all of your leaves using warm colors and switching whenever you hit a curvy line. So you can do that. When we get to coloring our background, I just want to show you again what colors you are going to use. You are going to use green, blue, and purple, and these are your cool colors. When you're coloring, I just want to make sure that we know that we're not coloring through our leaf. We want to make sure we're coloring around our leaf. Sometimes it helps to trace the area you are coloring before you fill it in, so you can stay in the lines. you have any questions, you can contact me, but we should see each other during our live meetings as well. This is if you couldn't make it. Okay. I'm going to trace the area I'm coloring blue so it will help me stay in the lines. If you don't have crayons, you could be using whatever you have to color with at home. I'm so excited to see all of your work when it's done. This will probably take us 3 classes. 1 for the drawing, 1 for coloring our leaves, and probably 1 to finish our backgrounds. So please don't rush, take your time. Before I end this video, I just want to show you a section of what not good coloring looks like. If I was not coloring nicely, I would have lots of white spots and my colors would be going out of my outline. So if I was not coloring nicely, this is what would happen. Okay, this is not coloring nicely. I see tons of white spots and I haven't filled in with my whole green. I have colors outside of the lines and again, tons of white spots. So this is not nice coloring, right? We don't want to be coloring like this. We want to be coloring in our lines. So remember to outline the section you're coloring. Be really close around your small edges and then be coloring in one direction so you can fill in all of your white spots. So I hope that when we are done with this project, we will all know our warm and our cool colors. This is what our final result is going to look like. Again, this is going to take us a few classes, so don't rush. Take your time. See you soon.